wife Diane, and our little daughter Courtney, which she's the youngest of the family, and the oldest of the family is my daughter, Michelle Richardson, which she's 20 years old, and our son Marcus is 18. Um, and he doing real well. He's looking forward to going to college he's chosen in the state of California, which is University of California, Berkeley. And we are very proud of him. We went to the scholarships award program last evening, and he was awarded a scholarship for achievement, and it was awarded from the Afro American Club, which they presented a certificate also worth $1,000. We are still looking forward to him going to college. Really, the family as a whole, we all pretty well proud of him. And looking forward to seeing him continue on with his education.
Started playing soccer when he was in elementary school, and he played soccer up until his senior year. He his other interest was band. He started band with Mr. Ashbury at Fillmore Elementary High School, and went on to Lumpo Valley Middle High School and up to Lumpo High School as a band member. He played the drums and enjoyed that very much. He was an avid reader, and he likes to write stories. And I've been told by his advanced writing teacher, Morel Brooks, that he has a very vivid imagination. And his stories, I think his appetite for writing stories will continue on through his adult years. Marcus was born here at Vandenberg, so he is native Californian. We stayed here until 1975. He was born in 71. We stayed here until 1975. We went to the Philippines, and there he went to preschool when he when we went to the Achievement Awards. Marcus was up for a Cal grant that he had gotten also. And when the gentleman from the Afro-American Society got up and he was saying what a dynamic young man that they had interviewed for the award and how impressed he was, and he knew he would go far. When they mentioned Marcus's name, my husband and I just looked at each other and just practically dropped out false teeth to know that someone who does not know us, does not know Marcus, was so impressed with him. He hopes to major in forestry and firefighting. I think we give him a hard time because we know he can handle a hard time. And I've asked him once before, does he ever have a downtime? And he said, no, he doesn't. And I think he's really, truthfully, a person who finds some good in everything, even the negativism. He's able to rebound and to regroup and look on the good side of it. And I'm pleased that he will have that to go forward in life, because as adults we know that the challenges are many and very close to each other once we strike out on our own, and for our children to go out with that attitude, although knowing that there will be some complications, conflict, and regrouping of their life, and probably regrouping of their careers. And we have no family here in California, so we, of course, have our church family. It's very precious to us. And when we first came to Trinity, and they took us in open arms, that is the trademark of the Trinity Nazarene people. And they were so involved in getting children and youth group organized and Mac and I were looking at churches that if they have an active youth group, an active children, that's what we want to go, because we want our children to stay involved in church as we were when we were at home. Needless to say, when Courtney came along, another sister, he said, "Oh, I have 3 women that also went." Now I think the tables are turning. He gives Michelle and Courtney a run for their money. And even though I called him Shorty for the longest of times, so we just shot up over the summer, about 2 summers ago, I let him know that I'm still a mom. I brought him in this girl. Jokingly. But Marcus is the delight of our heart, and we only wish the best for him. I do encourage him to find a life mate that has the same interests that we have. That's in the hallway. Oh, we have to cover up sister's face. But you can see some pictures of the family and the grandparents and some of our trips. And when Marcus was smaller. We have loads of pictures, and I'm not sure if everyone else has loads of pictures in shoeboxes, and we always have those empty albums that are not filled. So we did accomplish this, and I think they're kind of nice. Pictures of Marcus and Michelle and Courtney, Mac and myself, and the grandparents. That's 2 letters, one in track and one in soccer. When he was a little big, our pictures of Marcus and his dad, his favorite book, Bar Bar. His hope that we can financially get him to go to University of California Berkeley. He was accepted at UC Berkeley and Syracuse University. And I teased him and said, "Marcus, you don't want to go that far away from your mom." "Yes, yes," he said. So we hope to have him at Berkeley. He'll be closer to home, but this will be an experience with us having a child move out of the house. I have plans for his room. He'll have bed in for him. But we will dearly miss him. And we always wish for him the best. Lots of success.
I wrote a book, and one time when it was Christmas, my brother and my sister went out to get me a Christmas present, and there's a picture that's all of us, and they got me a little dog, and its name's Coco. But when the school was starting again, we couldn't keep Coco because we would have to make her go to sleep and then put her in the bathroom. Marcus took me on bicycle rides, and we went to school, and we played basketball, and I made 4 shots, and we only made 2. And Marcus gives me lots of hard times. I give him hard times, but yeah, when he goes off to school, I really miss him because I really love him.
And Cathleen has resided in this home since she was about 3 years old. And we lived in this home for about 1974. And this is some of her memorabilia here. This is Cathleen when she was about, I'd say about 2 years old. And this is Kathleen's senior picture. Do you want to say anything else?
Well, the whale there on the bed is Corbett's. That's Corbett Wright. That's her boyfriend right now, anyway. She has a couple of English, or an English Achievement Award and a Student Speaking Contest Award that she got from the Lions Club. One was the beginning meeting that they had, and then the other one was the second meeting. She won the first one. She was a contestant, a runner-up in the second. So we feel very proud of her for doing this, and just that's what she would like to do, is try and get into speech and in communications in college.
Yeah. Up here on the wall is Cathleen when the first time she went to Disneyland, and she was about 3 years old, and she was really fascinated with Mickey Mouse. And you could see the awe in her face there. But
that's
This room
about it.
holds a lot of memories. A lot of memories.
And,
Well, back here is a picture. I have all of her class pictures. She's going to love me showing them.
that's from the 1st grade through the 12th. And we had one here for a while. I don't know where it is right now. We've got it around here somewhere, of even her graduation from kindergarten. So we've got a picture of that also. That's really...
It was quite a ceremony. I ended up crying all the way through it. You'd think she was getting out of college, the way I acted.
Cathleen, when we were out in the desert, a place called China Lake, I found a turtle out in the desert and brought it home. And she wasn't quite a year old here, but she was really fascinated with the turtle. They were both moving approximately the same speed. And
this is a picture of Cathleen on her first birthday. And she always was fascinated with the paper instead of the presents inside. I don't know what that means. But anyway, she had quite a fascination for a few years there as far as wrapping.
We've got one last little thing that we'd like to show you, and that's our dog, which Kathleen is really enthralled with, and her name is Rusty. Rusty, would you come over here, please? Come here. Come on. Come on. You want a cookie? Want a cookie? You want to sit up? Okay, stay. All right. Okay, I'll let you off with that one. Here. Come on. I want you to say your prayers. Say your prayers. Say your prayers. Come on. Say your prayers. Stay. Stay. Amen. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. And that's the...
What about rolling over?
Well, she does other things too, roll over, and the normal things, but we thought that was really unique that somebody might like to see. And that's about Kathleen going to school. We should say that right quick.
Yeah. Kathleen plans to go to for a couple of years, and our future plans are to go into communication, hopefully going to, after Alan Hancock is going on to UCLA or USC. We feel that would be a very good field for her to go into, since we always felt that she could speak very well.
So we're sure hoping that Kathleen does go ahead and fulfill her dreams, and we're very proud of her and what she's done in the past and whatever she'll do in the future. We're very happy with her. She's a wonderful child.
She was just 11 years old in April. Allison, big sister Allison's 13. She was 13 in April also. I'm Jan, and this is Jeff. You want to talk about Aaron's room?
Yeah, this is, well, we've lived in this house for 13 years now, and for 11 of the 13 years, this was just kind of a guest room. And we had a special and regular guest in this room who was Aaron. And it's only been the last couple of years that this has been Aaron's real room. Aaron lived with his other mother in Goleta for the first 15 years of his life, I guess. Yeah, he was born in 1971 in Goleta, and was born and raised in that area. Grew up in that area. Aaron was a premature baby. He was born a couple months premature, and he was always kind of small. And it wasn't until moving to Lompoc, I think, might have had something to do with it, made him catch up, if you will. Anybody that would know him now would not think of him as being small for his age or anything like that. Aaron's been coming to Lompoc ever since we moved here in 1974, and he's always been a real special part of this family. He was the song and dance man. Everybody knows how little babies, especially little baby girls, are all fussy and everything. And whenever these little baby girls would get fussy, Aaron would jump right in, and he would, he'd be the song and dance man. Whatever was their problem, he was real eager to jump in and help take care of that. That's probably one of the things that's going to stick with him the rest of his life is he's always going to be the best mom and dad both any little kid could ever have, because he's so experienced with it already. Years of friends and memories in the schools and stuff like that. That was really really an adjustment for him, and he's done such a great job, or he did such a great job in making that adjustment, and I think he's going to certainly be a better person. He's learned a lot from it, and not only just him making him a better person, he's sure been a blessing and an addition as far as what was a permanent addition to our family. Aaron, as you can see, is a multifaceted teenager. He's got a lot of typical interest and a lot of atypical interest. His collecting sort of hobbies are, well, he collects dragons and matchbook covers, into computer stuff, and electronics. This is between the stereo and the computer stuff. That's an indication of where he's going with his life. He's going to be going to Cal Poly San Luis next semester, majoring in electronic engineering. Not sure if he's going to continue. We certainly encourage him to do so, but not sure if he's going to continue his running. As you can see, Abby, hold up his letterman's jacket there so everybody can see the letters and all of the stuff he's participated in there. Aaron started in track and cross country when he was a freshman in high school, made the JV team as a freshman, and then when he was a sophomore, he was the equivalent of the most valuable runner. He was voted by the coach and the team as the most valuable member of the JV team when he was a sophomore. And that was quite an honor. And he's continued with Coach Warwick here at Lompoc High, and the coaches think very highly of him there, and we certainly hope that he'll continue running in college. But guy's real serious about his studies, and I think he'll probably...
So he started his paper out, and he did it till he was 15. The money what he used his money for was he bought his computer, he bought his TV, he bought his VCR, and he bought most of his computer games. And he spent most of his time doing that, and I'm surprised he had a lot of time to do that and the studies. He had really good grades because he just was so busy with his paper out. Then last summer he went to Williams Brothers to work there, and he stopped after the summer was over. And I just want to say good luck in college.
And I just want to tell you the best brother in the world, and I give you lots of luck in college, and even though I know you won't need any, and I love you lots.
And Aaron, all I can say is, and I'm getting choked up saying it, just you're the best thing that happened to this family. And lots of love, and God bless.
Well, as far as him being an inspiration to this family, another evidence of that is this girl right here never got straight A's or even came close to getting straight A's until Aaron came in and showed a little work ethic. And speaking of ethic, his faith in God and Aaron's willingness to listen to God and his real thirst to have God's will and presence in his life is an inspiration for all of us. And we just know that that's going to serve him well.
I'm Terra O'Kane's mother, and we're here to talk about Terra and her trials and tribulations and accomplishments since she's been in high school, and this being her last year. We're going to show some of the things in her bedroom. I'm sure she's going to love this. This she's set up, she changes things intermittently. It's got photos of friends and photos from travels. She's been in the Madrigals since her junior year and travels with the Madrigals. She's also been in concert choir since her sophomore year and travels with them, performing around the state in competitions and in just performances. That's been one of the things the family is so proud of her for, because no one in our family can carry a tune in a bucket, and Terra is the only one that's come out of it with the voice. We think that comes from my mother, who's been passed away for a long time, and so it's kind of nice to have it show up again, and she's very proud of her performances. She's also been in dramatics and has performed in some of the plays for Lompoc High School, Scenes and Revelations being one of them. She's been a member of California Scholastic Federation for 4 years, and she's now a lifetime member. She was on the honor roll in freshman and sophomore year and the principal's list in junior and senior year, something that has made the family very proud. Her senior year, she has maintained a 4.0 grade point average all year, and we're hoping that this final report card will be the same. She's real interested in sewing and does a lot of her own sewing and experimenting. She loves to design a trait for longevity, but one of the longest lived animals in our family belongs to Terra, and that's her goldfish. She calls it Fish. And she's had that fish since she went to Poly Royal in the 8th grade. It's still alive. Every time she goes away, she tells me, "Don't worry, Mom. If it dies while I'm gone, I won't blame you." Every time she leaves, I pray and pray, "Please let the fish be alive when Terra gets home." She watches him like a hawk, and she swears he talks to her. Some of the things on her bed, her old Cabbage Patch doll. And her Grover. She's had Grover since she was 3 years old. She gave it away for a day once, promptly demanded it back. And he's still here. I think he did a stint in the closet for a while, but now he's come out because her mother finally said, "Please clean it up." She has some very good and close friends that she shares a lot of things with. 2 of those are Tasha and Rochelle. They're like the 3 musketeers, inseparable, travel everywhere together. I don't think they've even had a fight in the last year or so, which is a surprise. And she's got her hope chest. She had it filled with things for when she moved out, but the last time I looked, it looked like it was filled with old chemistry papers. So I don't know what she's keeping in it now, and I wouldn't dare look. Terra plans to attend Allen Hancock in the fall, and for a year or so, and then she'll be transferring to a 4-year college. Right now she's looking at Humboldt State University up north. And if she maintains her grades the way she does, we're certain that she'll be able to transfer and have a successful stint in college. She doesn't really know what she wants to do yet. Her interests are real varied, but we're sure that whatever she does, she'll do well. I'd like to say something to Terra. Terra, I don't want to cry, but I want you to know that I love you very much, and I'm very proud of you. Okay?